Okay, in this video, we're just going to go over some basic vocabulary words that we use to describe angles and triangles. First of all, I want to talk about the word acute. Acute is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. Okay, so it looks like this, a cute little angle. Okay, obtuse is an angle that's more than 90 degrees. So if I were going to draw one, it would look like this. Okay? And a right angle, hopefully most of us know a right angle equals 90 degrees. And it looks like this. And often in pictures, they'll put a little square to show you, yes, that's a right angle, it's 90 degrees. So let's look down at this question where we have to look at the 4 different angles and name them. So first we'll look at angle A. It's 90 degrees. 90 degrees is a right angle. Next, we'll look at angle B. Angle B is 75. Well, that is less than 90. So a 75-degree angle is acute. Okay, now we'll look at 105. That's bigger than 90. So an angle that's bigger than 90 we call obtuse. Now we go back to angle D, and it's exactly 90 degrees. So that is a right angle. Now we can also have acute, obtuse, and right triangles, and it's pretty much what you would expect. So let's look at this first triangle. You see every single angle here is less than 90. So this is an acute triangle. An acute triangle, all the angles are less than 90. Okay, now let's look at the next triangle. The next triangle, we actually have one of the angles that's bigger than 90. So you remember, the name of an angle that's bigger than 90 is called an obtuse angle. So an obtuse triangle has one angle bigger than 90. Okay, let's look at the third one. The third one, well, I'm going to actually use the orange color because it's just like the first one. This angle's less than 90, this is less than 90, this is less than 90. So again, it's an acute triangle. Now let's look at the fourth one. This is a different case. Now this one isn't labeled with a number, but it's labeled with that little square, which means 90 degrees. So if you have a 90-degree angle, it's called a right triangle. So a right triangle has one angle equal to 90 degrees. Now the last set of vocabulary we're going to talk about are these words scalene, isosceles, and equilateral to describe triangles. And they are describing the relationship between the sides or the angles. And I'll explain and show you what I mean by doing some problems. Let's look at triangle A, this first problem. And you can see that 2 angles are exactly equal. If you have 2 angles in a triangle equal, that's called an isosceles triangle. 2 equal angles, and it's also true if you have 2 equal sides. So we can say 2 equal angles or sides. That's what the word isosceles means. Let's look at the next triangle. Get another color. And we have all different side lengths. So that is what we call scalene. Scalene is when you have all the sides or all the angles are different. They don't match. Okay, that's a scalene triangle. Now let's look at this case where every single thing is the same. Triangle C, you have all the sides equal. Well, not surprisingly, that's called an equilateral triangle. We have all angles equal, and you have all sides equal. Either one. Now, one thing I want to point out here is that all equilateral triangles are also isosceles triangles. Why? Because to be an isosceles triangle, you just need 2 sides equal, or 2 angles equal. And an equilateral triangle will have all three equal. So, of course, it also has two equal. So it's both isosceles and equilateral. Okay, let's look at the last one. The last one, we've got 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 75 degrees. All of these are different. So we are going to call this one scalene. Scalene, remember, is when all the sides or all the angles are different.